Um, everybody's leveled up. I said that we
So-
might go down to Watertown, but we're not. We're not going to yet.
We're just leaving. We're just
Yeah. There's other stuff that I want to do. I have been trying my best, again, not to spoil myself, but I'm trying my best to figure out. G&G is already here. I've
rather
been trying my
punctual
best
for once.
to figure out when to get the star maps and what planets to get the star maps, because I know getting the star maps can affect what quests are available. Like if you get too many star maps, the main story quest like progresses and it locks off some quests. And I think I've got a decent feel for it. Yeah.
So the Duel of Fates that you played at the start,
Technically, it
Just
was Return to Tatooine.
was that Return to Tatooine?
The song is called Return to Tatooine, and I played that song because we are going to be returning to Tatooine on today's stream. But
my favorite place to go, and apparently everyone who writes for Star Wars' favorite place to go. And all the characters they write in those situations say, "Hey, Tatooine sucks."
But yes, go on. You were saying Duel of the Fates.
Being, obviously recognizable licensed music reminded me that there was a Star Wars hero shooter.
Yes.
Until about today, I completely forgot existed.
I also completely forgot it existed until you mentioned it to me today. Like I didn't I remember now that you've mentioned it, I remember that it existed. I did not remember that it existed until you mentioned it.
I forgot what major game thing popped up about it, and it's just kind of like, it's just a hero shooter.
Well, hero shooters are a little bit in the news right now because of Marvel. Last month because of Concord.
Ironically, an IP with literal heroes is now also a shooter.
Yes.
I know Marvel Rivals is free to play. They're not.
I believe
You don't
it
have
is,
to
yeah.
buy. You don't have to buy it except for cosmetics and whatever. It is after Overwatch.
Yes.
1, because I have to specify now. I'm kind of like on the outside looking in, and it's like it sounds really it feels really similar to the hype of Overwatch 1.
The difference, I suppose, the difference is that Marvel, almost all of the heroes. There are one or two that are made just for the game, I think. But most of the Marvel heroes, they're recognizable. They're already popular. As far as I know, the game does have a story. It's not really, you don't do the story in the game, but it does have like a background and stuff as to why the Marvel heroes are fighting.
So I've seen some people play Marvel Rivals, and I've seen on occasion someone using Punisher, and I have to kind of laugh because Punisher's design in Marvel Rivals looks a lot like that one guy that everyone made fun of in, what was it, Paladins, the other hero shooter.
Yeah.
Because this guy's got like a 3-block wide shoulder span with a head the size of a golf ball. People poke fun at that design, and now I'm looking at Punisher in Marvel Rivals. It's like he looks the same to me. He is the same build, huge Grand Canyon width chest, and a tiny little head. But yeah, Overwatch. I'm getting Overwatch vibes from Marvel Rivals, but now like I experienced the Overwatch hype, so seeing this now is just kind of like, I don't have an interest in it mostly because it's still just 5v5 PvP matches. I'm sure they're fun, but after a while, I'll get tired of it. Faster even, because I played Overwatch for like the first year it was released. it was fun, but eventually I just kind of like that. This is it. This
Yeah,
is all
Overwatch.
Overwatch is.
Overwatch is definitely a bit of a missed opportunity. They spent so much time and effort on making the CG like trailers, and then they did literally nothing with any of that story in the game. They didn't progress it. They didn't do
Like they were
anything.
trying to do like this great world building thing, but in the end, it didn't matter. You have like at the time Reaper, who's like a former Overwatch member who turned rogue and joined like a basically a terrorist group, and then you've got like Soldier 76, who went missing after Overwatch was forcibly disbanded. There's this whole story to it, but none of it matters. None of the story comes up in any of the matches in any way. Uh, in the end, it is, because like you can have Reaper and Soldier 76 who, according to the story, would be at odds with each other, but have them be buddy buddy on the same team while you know you push the payload. It doesn't matter. It and it bothers me because it's like I was the big thing, whole reason why I was getting hype about it, because I liked the world that was being built, but in the end there was nothing to it. It was just kind of not a lot of flash and not a whole lot of substance. So them taking away, the proposed PvE mode that they were going to add in 2, just it sucks. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Just the whole idea is like there's nothing there, and now they did the Overwatch Classic. I'm like, really? You're doing this?
Overwatch Classic. They take away Overwatch Classic. People complain, and they're like, well, guess what? If you buy Overwatch 2 or whatever, you don't have to buy Overwatch 2, but if you get into Overwatch 2, you can have Overwatch Classic now. It's like, well, could have just kept the original.
No, they didn't. They didn't want to keep it because that's old stuff. Nobody wants that. But they're doing the Coca-Cola thing. It's like they made new Coca-Cola and realized that people don't like new Coca-Cola, so they brought back Coca-Cola Classic.
Sorry, I've just been like leveling these people. Mostly because I realized one of the things I was talking about was looking at places to go, things to do, and I realized that um, we haven't really done Carth, or we haven't activated Carth or Bastila's like personal mission. So I figure I'll bring them out, and we'll try to do it.
Is it a where we are in the story trigger, or is it we reached a level trigger?
It's a we need to use them more and talk to them more.
Oh, so it's a social link trigger.
There is also a prerequisite for getting certain number of star maps, which is directly one of the reasons why I haven't been getting star maps, because I didn't want to go past a certain point and miss the ability that I wanted to get. Oh god, why am I getting Carth? Injury, I guess, or awareness.
Oh, I
Done on
feel
missions.
Overwatch sort of detracted what I was actually trying to get to. So
Guess I'll give him this.
Star Wars had a hero shooter that I
Yes.
completely forgot about for the majority of a year, and only was reminded about it today. And the thing that reminded me of it was I was watching a video, but what reminded me of it now was you playing the licensed music. Apparently, this the shooter for Star Wars does not have permission to play licensed music of Star Wars.
Star Wars game doesn't
So
have permission to use Star Wars music.
so my own curiosity, and I'll probably do it later because I didn't actually do it at the time, will be to look up and listen to the music that they have, because it's like, well, how can you get Star Wars music without actually using Star Wars music. I want to hear Wish.com's, Star Wars themes. I also heard that the initial trailer showed off all of these characters. Okay, that's good and all, but apparently when you start out fresh, or like when the game first went out, everyone only had one character. The idea is that there's some horizontal track to unlock characters as you progress, but everyone starts off with a singular character, so they all had to use the same character, which will obviously make gameplay riveting. And one of the characters they featured a lot in their media, you have to buy. It was framed in a position of like the game is trying to instill FOMO on you before it even has a chance to really like it's generating artificial FOMO. Because the whole idea is that like, oh, you see this character being used, you're like, oh, I want that character or I want that skin. But since everyone starts at the same level, it has to be generated in. Now, I have seen pictures of like the main menu, and it is an over-designed disaster. I think you've seen like those meme images of like, EA or modern gaming HUDs. That it is actually that. There's just so much information and noise in this main menu is like kind of terrible to look at.
Ready? I'm here.
Ready?
Yes. He was very in my ear.
Yes, what's on your mind?
Yeah, you're gonna be prissy princess.
How can I
about
help?
us talking?
Well, I need to talk to him more. The problem is we haven't used these characters in so long that I don't remember how far we are. We talked to Carth a little bit. It's possible we're gonna need to switch planets, and we are gonna switch planets pretty soon.
Why? I could not accomplish this on my own. I need the aid of others.
That's right.
Especially one who is strong in the
Can't
Force.
accomplish anything on your
The
own,
bond
Bastila.
between us made you a natural choice.
Padawan
The
Bastila.
events on Taris
Padawan
proved that the
Bastila.
Force wanted to bring us together for this mission. And there is little left to chance when the Force is involved. Is that not enough for you?
It seems
are
odd.
You all so cagey.
It seems odd they would send me off without a master to guide me. I mean, that does seem odd to me.
I admit, there were times that I wondered if this is more than just a mission to stop Malak. There were times when I wondered if this was also a way for the Council to test my own abilities.
Our abilities.
I get the feeling that there's more going on than I know.
I wondered if the Council wanted to see how I would help and guide you on our quest. I wondered if they were testing me to see if I was ready to become a Jedi Master myself.
You're not even a knight
And then
yet,
I realized
Bastila.
how foolish such thoughts were.
That
As
is
the Council
foolish.
explained, sending a Master in our group would only have drawn unwanted attention from the Sith. The fate of
That
the
makes no
galaxy is at
sense.
stake. The Council
That makes
did not
absolutely no
risk it
sense.
to test me. They calculated the risks, and in the end chose the only option available.
She did. She obliquely mentioned battle meditation G&G when she said they were testing her own skills. That's the skill that she meant. I'm still not convinced.
You must learn to trust in the wisdom of the Council.
I
Her
don't.
battle
Destiny will come in its
meditation
appointed time.
to
You
you
mustn't be
is
so
what
impatient.
thermal detonators are to me.
Me impatient? You're the one who thought this was her big audition for masterhood, even though, again, you are a Padawan, Bastila. You were not promoted when you brought me in. You are still a Padawan.
Must you be so frustrating? I admit I had a moment of foolish
Must
pride,
you
but
be
I'm
so
over it. Now I am
frustrating?
focused on my true responsibilities. I'm simply trying to help you and complete this mission, and yet you battle me at every turn.
What can I say? It's fun. It is. It's true.
Both
It
of
is.
these are meant to kind of bully her.
It is fun.
Fun? Fun? Driving me insane is your idea of a good time?
Yeah, it is, actually.
It'd be better if it wasn't so easy.
Careful. Careful now. Remember your self-control.
I must admit, I simply don't know how to deal with someone like you.
And that is why you are
I
still a
should be
Padawan.
outraged that you keep joking about serious matters, or if I should be grateful that you can always lighten the mood. Come, let's move on. There's much to be done.
That is why you are still a Padawan.
And I got like elite Jedi training in like 3 weeks, if that.
No. We're gonna walk around for just a couple of minutes and
To get your
see if-
sabbatical in.
yeah, we'll see if.
Oh no!
If,
Oh wait, we
Carth
don't have
talks to
our
us.
elderly man.
no exotic species. I still have some Kizka. Can I try again to convince him? Patron remind me of the mistake. This is probably the exact same Gizka. I probably have in my ownership the exact same Gizka that your compatriot accidentally bought. Please. Hey! I suppose having a few other creatures would not be of harm. You have experience handling them now, I suppose. Since they are so difficult to maintain, however, I would ask if you provide 100 credits. You know what? I will. You know what? Take it. Take it. Very well. It is a pleasure doing business with you. I would have given you 500. I'll have my people show up to remove your Gizka as soon as possible. Thank you very much for an offer. Interacting with you has been most pleasant. Yeah, Bastila. That's what happens when you have a sense of humor, Bastila. You have charisma. As someone who supposedly has 18 charisma, you have none. She has 18 charisma, Lost Joke. Her charisma stat is at 18. She started with like 16 or 17.
Yes.
And
what's on your mind?
yet she is the least charismatic.
It's like it's like you're in a D&D group and one of the characters is I don't know, a rogue, maybe a stork. And their main stat is charisma, but the actual person is like the most boring person you've ever met.
They're
like you know,
your
I get that
typical
it's role playing.
paladin.
You don't have to be super charisma. You don't have to actually be super charismatic to play a charismatic character, but it does help.
It helps. It does help.
I'm literally just wandering around. I don't know if just wandering around increases
Bastila,
their...
Did you ever think about joining all the Jedi who were running off to follow Revan and Malak when they went to fight the Mandalorians?
That was nearly 5 years ago. I was still an apprentice. My battle meditation hadn't even manifested
I was
itself.
like 12 then.
Yet even then I had the wisdom to obey.
She's
the
not.
will
I
of
think
the
she's like
council.
25.
Unlike Revan.
I guess. Still, do you ever wonder if things could have been different? I mean, would Revan and Malak still have been corrupted if the Council had supported them instead of dragging its feet?
Do not blame Revan's corruption on the Council. Your Republic saw only the threat of the Mandalorians, but the wisdom of the Masters saw beyond the immediate
Battle
threat.
meditation has been mentioned. Maybe Lost Joke should also be keeping a tally of battle meditation being mentioned. It's a bit late
I
for
don't
that
think
now.
I have enough. I don't think I have enough disk space to tally how many times she brings it up in a conversation.
Let's see. I haven't been paying attention. Do not blame. It's the problem with Bastila and Carth. I'm sorry, Carth. You're kind of in the splash zone, but you're a little boring too. Do not blame Revan's corruption on the Council. Your Republic only saw the threat of the Mandalorians, but the wisdom of the Master saw beyond the immediate there. What did they see?
There was something lurking out there. Something that devoured Revan and Malak, and many other Jedi.
Something
Had the
on the
Council
wing.
sent us all into the unknown, how many more would have fallen?
So you're saying we should have done nothing? Just let the Mandalorians conquer us unopposed? I mean, the Republic was under attack, and the Order abandoned us.
We did not abandon you, but the Council were not about to
Look
throw
how far
lives
away I
away
am.
foolishly. In
Like, I'm not
time, we'll
involved
unite
in
you
this.
against the Mandalorians.
This isn't our
She
problem.
couldn't wait. Revan and Malak offered a quicker answer, and the Republic chose to walk the easy path rather than the path of wisdom. Now we see the results all around us. You asked me if I think things could have been different. I know they could have. If Revan had only listened to the Council, millions of innocent people would still be alive.
Yeah, right. And every single one of them would have been speaking Mandalorian. I think we're done here. Let's just get back to the task at hand.
These two do not
Okay.
like each other.
Here's the funny thing. This game, by default, only has one romance option if you're male and one if you're female. These are it. If you're female, you can romance Carth. If you're male, you can romance Bastila. That's it.
Well, I don't like either of them.
I don't either. Again, Carth is a bit in the splash zone. I don't hate Carth, but at the same time, I don't particularly like Carth. He's kind of pissy, like, at all times.
A bit of a slight difference in how he
public
portrays
recruiting drive
Caden.
right now.
Maybe you could hire me.
I don't know if you've got what we're looking for. Jedi aren't generally suited to mercenary work. If you
Bullshit.
want, talk to Roland
Yes, we
Vaughn
are.
at the Republic Embassy and see if he can...
Literally our job.
You know,
It's north
I
of
don't
here,
think you know what
just
Jedi
east
are.
past the first courtyard. It's just off the north end of the second courtyard. You can't miss it.
I'm
Now,
not
if you'll
going to remember
excuse
any of
me,
that.
I have to continue my recruitments.
Did he actually give me something to do? Hold on. No, he's just told me to go to the Republic Embassy. We've already done all that. I think literally the only thing we have left to do on this planet is go underwater, which we're not going to do just yet. Again, I am literally just trying to spend time with Carth and see if his next message procs. It might not until we either leave the planet or continue the main story. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to the ship. I'm going to walk there. I know I can teleport there. I'm just going to walk there for now. If anything happens on the way. By the way, to anyone who was maybe hoping that we would do the romance with Carth, probably not. Unless it, like, happens. unless it happens without any effort on my part. We probably aren't going to do that. By the way, there was also, again, I was looking to see, like, how to start some of the side missions. One of them was something about a data pad that we might get. Did we ever talk to did a Twi'lek ever come up to us and talk to us? Do you remember that at the
I
spaceport?
don't think so.
Apparently they come
like
up
when
and
we-
talk
like-
to us, and
Like when we first arrived?
yeah, although to be fair, it's not necessarily a side quest that we want to do. I think it's like an assassin side quest, and we're not assassins. So it
I
probably
mean,
doesn't matter.
we could be.
Could be mercenaries.
We can be anything we set our minds to.
Alright, well, let's go. Let's go. We're gonna... Jesus Christ. I don't care. Thank you. Let's go to Tatooine. So, I'm gonna tell you right now. The side quests that we haven't really activated, as far as I can remember. Bastila, Carth, Juhani, and Kando. Kando's is apparently really short. I'm not sure any of them are particularly long.
You know, I was looking at those landing gear. They seem awfully thin for a ship this size.
A little bit. it looks like a cross. The city looks like a cross between Cloud City and Tapioca City. No, what was it called? It's not Topeka. It's the city, the clone city, the city where they make the clones. What is
The
it,
word that
G&G? What's
popped
the
in
name
my-
of the city?
The word that popped in my head was not it.
Yeah, Bisbin. That's the way Lando says it. Bisbin. What's the name of the city where they make the clones, G&G? It's like Topeka, but it's not Topeka. God. I can't. This is as fast as I can move the mouse.
Kamino.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's on Camino, but there's like an actual name of the city that the scenes are in. God. Tipoca.
I mean, you were close.
I mainly know that because apparently Adam Savage worked on the miniature of that city.
Yeah, he did work for the 1, 2, and 3, or at least 2 and 3.
I know he did 2 for sure because I know he mentioned. Yeah, because I know he mentioned doing some of the Tipoca City buildings.
He also mentions he did work for Galaxy Quest.
He did. Yeah, he did Galaxy Quest. He did. What was it? Astronauts and Aliens and Cowboys or whatever. That one.
That one? Oh, okay. But he also did one for.
He did the ones about the old astronauts, I think, as well.
Yeah, I'm forgetting the name of that one. Space Cowboys.
Space Cowboys. Maybe he did that and not Aliens. I thought he did Aliens vs. Cowboys too, but maybe not.
Yeah, you might be confusing it, but I know he did work for AI.
Too many Space Cowboys. I love space westerns, but sometimes. All right, we're bringing Bastila and Carth out again.
Son of a Bastila.
Oh god, my mouse sensitivity's still way up. I have to turn my mouse sensitivity so far up to do that stupid space shoot game. Alright, come on out, you guys. Still so far nothing. Oh! What? Hey! Excuse me, I know it's been a very long time, dear, but aren't you Bastila, Helena's little girl? Yes, it is you! I can see it in the eyes! My, how you've grown!
I'm Bastila, yes. I take it you know my mother.
Oh yes, I worked for your father for an expedition years ago. Your mother showed me hollows of you before you left. Such a pretty little girl you were.
Is there something
Wait,
I can do
is she
for
from
this? As you
Tatooine?
can see, we're in quite a hurry.
I don't think so. I think this person just happens to also be on Tatooine. I think the game is set up so that stuff like this happens in whatever spaceport you land at. You just have to like land at a spaceport after a certain milestone has been reached, and stuff will happen.
Progression triggers.
Don't be rude, Bastila. Don't be a Bastila, Bastila.
Oh, I didn't mean to take up your time. I just wanted to ask you if your mother's condition has improved any since I saw
My
her.
mother's condition.
Oh, you didn't know? Oh dear, I just thought, I assumed she had found you. When I talked to her last, she was desperate to find you.
I've not seen my mother since I joined the Order. Do you know what's happened? Did she say anything about my father?
I'm sorry, dear, but your mother's very ill. So she told me. She didn't say anything about your father, however. I didn't see him.
I see. Where did you meet her? Do you remember?
She's here in Tatooine, dear, in the cantina. You really should go see her, considering her condition.
We have more important things to do, Bastila. I don't give a shit. I do kinda. I guess we'll go see your mother, Bastila.
Part of me would rather not see her at all. But if she's really sick...
Why?
Well, we shall see.
Again,
Oh,
Bastila, stop
something about
being a
taking them
Bastila.
when they're young and indoctrinating them, not having feelings or something. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Are the Jedi's not entirely good, guys? I don't know.
From my perspective, the Jedi are wrong.
I've been playing Witcher 3, and I've been using the Axii in dialogue a lot, and it makes me feel like a Jedi every time. Witcher is it's just fantasy Jedi. It's just non-sci-fi Jedi-ness.
I feel like you calling
Jedi.
Star Wars science fiction is really stretching the science part.
That human woman, I am outraged at her arrogance. You, do all your species place yourselves on such annoying pedestals? Yeah, I know, I can't stand her either, man, but she's on the crew. What am I going to do? Wait, I mean, I'm sorry, what are you talking about?
The council assigned us together. I don't like it either.
You should be sorry for sharing a species with that creature. I swear, Helena must be your word for pit rancor. How did I not realize, of course he's talking about Bastila's mother. The apple does not fall far from the tree.
He's making it sound like she's actually, like, mean. Bastila's just kind of a jerk.
Helena? Bastila? Isn't that your mother's name?
Her mother was supposed to be here somewhere. Ask if they've seen her.
Seen her? Human, you couldn't miss her if you tried. She strolled into the cantina like she owned the place. She might. I mean, she could be rich. I don't know. Is she still there? Probably. I don't think anyone else could top her attitude, so she won't be leaving. I won't be going back while she's there, though. Oops. You're actually looking for her? You humans are all out of your minds. Bastila said we should go there. It's fine. We'll go there. We're going there either way. It's happening.
Well, not like we got nothing better to do.
As soon as I remember where the cantina is. It's near the front, isn't it? Yeah. That's why we're here. Ronto. They call it a Ronto because it sounds vaguely like Brontosaurus, which is what it vaguely looks like. Is that her? Sitting at the bar over there? No, that's an alien.
Can't tell the light.
I thought that was her hair. I thought she had like a 50s like kind of, you know, housewife like hairstyle. But no, that's
Let's
not
have
her.
retro-futuristic hairstyles again. I want to see
what
that
Andor
beehive.
did. That's what Andor did. Andor, all of their hairstyles are like they're right from the 70s or 80s, which is what Star Wars is supposed to look like.
I want to see bubble helmets.
Oh, hello.
Oh, she's looking right at us.
Well, shit, we can't leave now.
We made eye contact.
Yes? I'm sorry, do I know you?
I'm here, Mother, but don't you recognize me?
What do you expect when I haven't so much as had a picture of you since you left?
Wow,
do you know how
right
long
into
I've
it.
been trying to find you?
You knew as well as I communication would be impossible once I joined the Order. Now what is this about? Where is Father?
Then you haven't heard. I should have known.
Has something happened to him? Are you going to tell me or not?
Your father is dead, Bastila. That is part of the reason why I was looking for you.
Dead? What happened? What
You
did
got
do to
old.
him?
What did you do to him?
Already she's flinging insults at me. Tell me,
Oh my
you're one
God.
of her friends. Do you treat your mother this way?
Only if she deserved it. Bastila, you don't even remember anything about your mother. Why are you being so mean to your own mother? Listen, my mother's dead, so if you could back the hell off.
Is that so? Well, I'll be joining her soon enough, I suppose.
I was
Thank
told
the
you were
Maker.
sick. Are you actually dying, or is this merely
Thank the
melodrama
Maker.
for my benefit?
Such sweet
It's more of a
things
droid thing,
you
though.
say.
I guess we are
Perhaps I
droids.
should tell you everything first before we start arguing again.
You could start by telling me what you got Father into that killed him.
I hadn't
What
realized
the
Jedi
hell?
was so spiteful. You want me to tell you I brought your father here for an expedition, do you? You want to
Yes.
blame me for his death? You
Sure.
never accepted that your father loved going on his treasure hunts, leaving you alone with me. I was always to blame for everything. What else is new. So yes, fine. I brought your father here to look for great dragon pearls. He took an expedition into the Tatooine desert, and he
I'm
died.
not giving you mine, by the way.
Father
It's not gonna happen.
It.
Do you think I would look for you if I wasn't sure? They were attacked by a great dragon, and one of the guides fled the battle. He saw your father killed.
I see. So what do you want from me? Credits?
Oh, don't be insulting. I want you to use those senses of yours. I want you to find him. I want you to bring back his holocron.
Why? So you can sell
Holocron.
Is it too much to ask
Isn't
that
that a
I have
Jedi
something
thing?
to remember your father by? Of course it is, isn't it? You couldn't be bothered.
We're very busy on a mission from the Jedi Council. I doubt I'll have the time.
I have to use my
Ask
battle
companions
meditation,
if you
Mutter.
doubt me.
She hasn't said it yet.
Yes. Why don't you get it yourself, Helena? Now, here's the thing. This could be a legit question, like, why aren't you looking for it yourself? Why do you need us? Or it could be the patented BioWare, like, go fuck yourself, Helena. Like, what?
With all due respect.
What about your mother's sickness?
Sickness.
Doesn't seem to have anything to do with what she's asking. Are you actually sick, Mother?
What difference does it make to you? None, I'm sure. Just find your father's holocron, and you won't have to worry about me again either way.
That's the kind of response I would expect. Very well. We'll look for the holocron if we have time.
Jesus, Bastila,
Can't
you
promise any more than that.
you
I
knew
believe
your
your
mother
father
for
was
all
headed
of like
north
2 years
towards the
before you were
Sand
taken
People.
away.
I would check along that route, dear. Do please hurry.
Okay, well, I mean, there is, as far as I know, only one Crate Dragon nest in the game. So, pretty sure we know where it could be.
Gee, I wonder where. Run like the wind, Bullseye!
Oh, it's you again. Not
Yep.
good hunting?
Alright, thanks. Next level, I'm gonna fully upgrade my speed, I think. I don't know if it'll let me run faster, but it'll let me do more things in combat.
More.
More.
God,
Yeah.
That movie was really boring.
More. It was
Like-
just stupid. It was just stupid.
It was honestly really boring. I'll give it this. Visually, it looked nice, especially when they actually got down to the planet proper and the whole look. It looked nice, but it was so boring.
Star Wars does not have an issue with visuals. It is everything else.
And I feel like a lot of people agree that is the worst thing any sort of media could be is boring. Things can be bad and still be remembered, but it was just boring. Because really, I can't really tell you what happened. The whole thing seemed a lot of we need to get away
The second
from
movie, in particular, was really stupid. It had some interesting ideas that, because of Hollywood bullshit, they never followed up on, because the person who made the next movie was basically like, no, I don't like any of that. We're going completely the opposite way because I don't like the way that went. But also the whole thing with the purple lady and her like not telling, like literally like the head of the alliances or the rebels, like their head pilot, right? Not telling him anything. Like, he's literally like the leader of like all the pilots. Like, he's like one of the highest ranking people in the rebels, one of the most trusted, and she's like being coy about everything when like she could have easily just told him what was going on and avoided that entire mess.
But then we wouldn't get that nice.
It's so stupid.
That nice maneuver
Tattered
of
pack.
Jumping to hyperspace towards something.
So we have found it. Father's holocron. I suppose I should be
Bastila,
thankful
could you
the
speak up,
desert
honey?
sands had not swallowed it up.
A little closer to the mic, maybe? We should be thankful the desert sands had not swallowed it up. Well, it's not in the desert. It's in a cave in the desert. So
I mean, we're in a cave. Technically, it did swallow it up.
That too. You know what? You're right. You're right. I mean, for all we know, a crate dragon ate her father. So it literally got swallowed up, and then pooped out. I'm gonna wash my hands after this, by the way. Are you gonna give it to your mother?
I don't know. I'll have to think about that. I'll keep it with me while I decide.
No, I will keep it with me because I'm the one holding everything. You know what? I'm gonna make a hard save, just in case. Stream 9A, because this is the first save. We're gonna make a... Normally we make a hard save at the end of a stream, but just in case. I'm gonna go and grab this. This is our second piece of the map, by the way.
As I hear Tuscans going about their business outside.
Alright, take your time, map. Come on.
Hold on, the tech is very old. It's still booting up.
It's booting up.
Get ready for the Windows chime.
Beep. They got that disc going.
The dial-up tone.
Anyone else get the feeling that finding this star map in the back of this crate dragon's cave is more than just a coincidence?
The star map is an artifact of the dark side. The crate dragon may have been drawn here by its dark power, only to be enslaved by it.
We should probably get going now. We found the star
crate
map
dragons capable?
Worth seeing on this planet.
I mean,
a crate dragon's just a beast.
Anything can be influenced by the dark side, but I feel like saying that the star maps are dark side aligned is a bit premature. We don't really know anything about them.
And this is why she's still a Padawan.
Guys, I wish we could just take this. Admittedly, this is kind of a cool design for like a sci-fi, hover bike. It's kind of a cool design. The cars are okay too. Cars are very prequel designed, prequel coded.
There's been some vehicle designs that I really like in the Old Republic. Some of the vehicles you can get as for your character. I like some of the designs. Which recently they added a new one, which lets your... It's a multi-seated mount, and it lets your companion ride with you. Except Blizz.
No Jawas in the car.
So, I didn't realize people who made speeders in the Old Republic or Jawaist.
They get dust and possibly fur all over the place, though.
We don't know if they're furry.
We do know that now, though. They've said that they are. It was said on Mando. Apparently, that mechanic lady dated a Jawa once, and she said that they were very furry.
Oh, right. I forgot she mentioned them being furry.
You think they're like little gremlins, but like maybe without the ears, because Yodas are basically gremlins without the fur, right? That's basically what they look like. They have the ears, they have the eyes.
Gremlins.
If you put fur on Baby Yoda, it would look like what's the gremlin's name?
Gizmo?
Gizmo. Couldn't think of it. I was thinking Gadget, but Gadget's the name of the mouse from Rescue Rangers.
You know she actually has a last name?
Yes, I used to know that because I am a person who grew up with Rescue Rangers. I used to play the video game, the NES game, all the time, too. I love that game. Not as good as DuckTales, but pretty good.
I wasn't aware she had a last name until it was like, I saw it there. I'm like, wait, she had a last name? So I then had to try and think, did they even say it in the show at all?
Yes, they did. They did, because I used to know it. I mean, the big mouse, the Australian mouse. Is he Australian? He had a last name, too. I mean, his name was like, I think it was literally just Monterey Jack.
Yeah, his name was Monterey Jack.
And I think everyone had a last name except for Chip and Dale themselves. I mean, you have Launchpad McQuack. He has a last name. Donald Duck has a last name. Mickey Mouse has a last name. Not as interesting as McQuack, but still.
I occasionally wonder if they had the forethought to have all of their Disney shows, their own Disney unique shows, and have them finally merge together. Because it seemed like it would heavily the shows would heavily cross over, you know, because you've got
yes, they did
Tailspin, Darkwing Duck, DuckTales. I almost want to say there would have been considered a spin-off with Gizmo Duck, but it seemed to there was a lot of crossover. Duck show, though.
Yeah,
and I think the biggest linchpin in all of them was Launchpad McQuack.
Launchpad McQuack. Was there a fourth one as well that was in that? Tailspin, DuckTales, Darkwing. I feel like there was one more.
Well, there was a couple, but they were a little bit more grounded. Is a Goof Troop, and then a Quack Pack.
Goof Troop, yeah. I don't remember.
Those
Quack
were
Pack.
more. Those were more like grounded in. They weren't like going on an adventures per se. It was more like, what if this was like a cartoon but sitcom?
What's was Bonkers Disney? Or was that
Bonkers?
WB?
Bonkers was Disney. Pretty sure. Let me double check my.
Because
research.
I know that Freakazoid was WB.
Yeah, Freakazoid was 100% WB. Let's see. No.
I want to talk to Helena.
Back already? Have you even looked for the holocron yet?
I mean, I went right there.
Mother. I'm just not sure I want to give it to you.
And why not? Would you deny me even that?
I've never denied you anything, Mother.
Yes, Disney.
You may think I don't remember what it was like before I left for the Order, but I do. You were the one who pushed Father to go on one treasure hunt after the other. You loved living in wealth. You think I don't remember the fights? You were eager to send me to the Jedi even though I didn't want to go. You took Father away from me. And now this holocron is all I have of him.
Fool girl. You have a strange way of remembering things. That wasn't...
No, I don't wish to argue with you anymore, Mother. It's time we parted ways now, for both our benefit.
Oh my God.
Why do you guys keep looking at me? I have nothing to do with this.
Yeah, I'm like, listen. Family is family. I'm not your family, Bastila. You know, we're just colleagues. We're colleagues of equal rank, even though you have been in the Jedi Order for most of your life, and I've been with them for about 3 weeks.
Hey, that means we're
maybe
just
says
better
something
than her.
about you.
Battle meditation or not, we are better than Bastila.
We're rising through the ranks faster than Bastila ever could hope. But I don't know. What do you think? What do you think, Lost Joke? I'm not sure that it ultimately matters which we pick. So, what do you think we should do?
Out of my own curiosity, I'd say let's just see what she has to say.
Maybe you should listen to what she has to say.
You don't know her. My mother
Neither
is
do you, to be fair.
Why should she?
I mean, yeah, but honestly,
is it too
you
difficult
should.
to believe that I am a dying woman who simply wishes to see her husband one last time?
I find it difficult to believe anything you say, Mother.
Are we forgetting? Did they say that they got Bastila late? I didn't think that they did. I know they talked about they got someone else late, but I didn't think it was Bastila. I thought it was someone else.
Well, she certainly talks like she's still got a lot of strong memories in regards to her parents because she's so bitter.
I want to look it up, but I'm afraid there might be spoilers.
Let's just ride this out.
All right.
Maybe one of you have to be the first to give it. Like, yeah, one of you is gonna have to suck it up. Otherwise, this is just not gonna stop.
One of you is gonna have to stop being a Bastila and actually talk.
You're right. It shames me, but I find it difficult to let go of the past. I'm sorry, Mother.
I was hard on you, dear. I wasn't a very good mother to you. I know that. Your father loved you so. He wanted you to be just like him. He wanted to take you on his hunts, but I said they were too dangerous.
Yet you let your husband go? You know what? Sure. I'll needle her a little bit.
I always tried to keep him from the dangerous ones, but
how do you know which ones are dangerous?
It was a reckless life we led. Always moving. I didn't want that for you.
So that's why you gave me to the Order?
What do your father and I have to show for all those years of hunting? Nothing. That was no life for anyone. Especially not someone as gifted as you, your father. He spent all his last years trying to pay for my treatments. That's why he went for the pearls. I begged him not to, but...
Your treatments?
I'm dying, Bastila. I did not lie about that. It's been a long time in the coming, and there's really nothing that can be done anymore. I told your father to let me go, but you know how he was. Stubborn, like you.
I'm so sorry, Mother.
I mean, all three of you are kind of stubborn.
It would do me good to know you have it. This talking to you. This is what I
This
really
bickering with you.
I know. Thank you. I'm glad we talked too.
Well, now. You said you had.
See, look at that. You
business,
two can be civil.
and you were never one to mince words. You there. You take care of my daughter. You hear me?
Listen.
No promises.
Yeah, no promises. I'm not here to babysit her. You know what? Bastila can take care of herself. She has battle meditation.
So could her father. That doesn't mean she doesn't need help now and again.
Where are you going to go?
Not that she would admit
it. Dear. Don't you worry about me.
Here, take these 500 credits.
No!
That's all I have.
You better not be coming out of my account.
I'll meet you
My
there
money!
after what I have to do.
But I already told you there's nothing that can...
Please take it. I want to see you again when we can talk.
All right, I will.
You mean bicker?
You do what you have to, Bastila. You go make your father and I proud.
I'll try. Farewell, Mother.
Farewell, Mother. Goodbye. Have a nice life. Bastila seems to have something on her mind. Perhaps you should talk to her about it. I wonder what it could be. The Bastila.
How can I
wonder,
help?
indeed.
So do you feel better now?
Yes. That brought me a lot of peace. More than I thought it would have. Thank you for urging me toward it.
You can be less of a
For all
Bastila
my
now?
training, I would have thought it would have been easier. Apparently, I still have much to learn.
Anything else that
How
you'd
can I
like to
help?
say? You look like you have something to say.
I do. I've been trying to come up with the best way to say this for some time, but I suppose I should just come out and say it. The truth is, I have come to depend on you. Not
Sure.
just for the sake of the mission, but for my own sake as well.
I know.
I'm glad you're with us.
You made that sound very painful for you to admit. Is that a compliment from you?
Well, yes. Surely that's not so surprising.
It's surprising. I'm going to say this. It's just that you sound so pained saying it.
Did I? I am trying to be sincere here. It occurred to me that I may have been too critical of you. Too demanding at times.
Sure. Too little, too late.
We can just shut her out completely.
We are trying to be good. Being good doesn't necessarily mean being a pushover, but if it'll stop us arguing, I don't know, we don't really argue. She tries to argue. We just joke about it. Thank you. I appreciate the gesture.
I know my manner can be a bit taciturn. I know you must be getting sick of my lectures about the dark side and everything
not just
else.
yours.
I spent all my years being hounded by my instructors.
Everyone
being
seems
told
to be
so
talking
often
about
how
it.
Gifted and important I was until I was sick of it. I remember when I was younger, I used to swear that I would never become as self-absorbed and stodgy as the Jedi Masters.
Too
It's
late.
ironic, really.
Don't forget edgy, critical, and overly secretive.
Yes, well, there's no need for you to agree so wholeheartedly. Being
I thought we were getting along. I thought we were vibing.
Around me at an arm's length. Even those like yourself who are most in need of my understanding and compassion. But maybe it's time to change that. You deserve to know how much I respect and admire you.
Oh, yeah?
I just thought I should tell you.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Great, you've had your say, now go away.
Leave
all
my
right.
presence.
I'm glad. I'm glad you were Bastila enough to admit it.
Well, that was not nearly so difficult as I feared. Thank you for hearing me out. I feel much
Make
better.
this a learning
but
experience,
in our soul
Bastila.
searching for now, we should probably continue on with our mission.
For once, it is actually about you.
Now, if you and Carth could, like, start getting along.
Just make out already.
Well, we've got a star map. Oop. Yes? Oh, give me the intrusion, human. My name is Senny Vec. I believe you dropped this data pad and I wish to return it to you.
Uh-huh.
I didn't drop anything. I'm certain you did, human. Please take the data pad. It's yours, I'm sure.
Huh?
What is this, some kind of con game? No, this is no game. I simply saw you drop this data pad and I wish to give it back to you. Okay. My pleasure, human. You should examine it to make sure it is not broken.
One question.
Bye, human.
You have a gun drawn right now.
I mean, we have our lightsaber drawn at all times, so...
I don't know, I just kind of feel unease of a guy walking up, blaster drawn, talking about how you dropped a data pad when we haven't.
Why don't I go through all of these and, like, make them not new? Wisdom +5 isn't bad. I might give this to, Jolie. This datapad contains a single short cryptic message. The Genoharadan say to see Hulas on Manan. Come alone or not at all. Okay.
What?
That's what it says. I'm just trying to, like, I don't know if doing this will mark them as not new, but I want to try it.
Some strange Twi'lek just shows up and shoves a data pad in our faces and saying, "Here, this is yours."
Turned us around, too. After the cutscene, it made his face the other way. Alright, well... Oh my god. Carth. Get your ass over here. You're not that slow. You're supposed to be top physical condition.
Top physical condition.
He's a top man. Carth, is there anything else you would like to say?
Yes, what's on your mind?
Oh. Do you want to talk? You got pretty upset last time we spoke. You seem to get upset every time. No matter what conversation you start, you end up upset at the end of it. Why do you start conversations if you're just going to get angry?
Well, I'm not
Maybe
very
he
good
likes
at this.
being angry.
I know I owe you an apology. More than one, probably. I was just so desperate to finally face Saul directly in the battle over Terrace. And now the Jedi have us looking for these star maps.
You didn't have to come.
I know this mission is important. It's just, I feel a bit useless. I mean, I can fight, sure, but I'm no Jedi. All this feels completely out of my league.
It is. It is completely out of your league.
Also, Jedi aren't necessarily invincible. There are ways to combat them.
Why don't you return to the front lines then?
Because this is more important. This may really finally make a difference.
Yeah?
I suppose even if I can't figure out everything that's going on, I still want to help if I can. I just hate not knowing what's going on and feeling this helpless. But I shouldn't have taken that out on you. I've been a royal pain in the backside.
See, he's like, the more he speaks, like, the angrier he gets, even when he's trying to apologize.
And we haven't even really said anything. It's like, this is just you.
Don't worry about it, Carth.
No, I do worry about it. I've traveled.
You should worry about it. I lied.
Once. I should know better than this. So, I'm sorry. Will you accept my apology?
Alright. Sure. Only if you're here to work with me. Only if you'd agree to stop being so angry all the time.
Done. Let's get underway then, shall we, partner?
Wow, that was easy.
Alright.
Done. I won't be mad anymore. Let's go.
Alright. Let's go to Manamana. We're not going underwater again yet. We're gonna go see what the hell this stuff is about. Although I'm pretty sure this is the thing that I said I wasn't really probably gonna do.
And yet,
I mean, it's content, and I'm still trying to get Carth to you know, continue with his side quests, which I think that was. But I need to bring him out with me when I leave the ship. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna bring him out with me with on the ship, and then after, see if anything happens in the docking bay, and if not, I'll put him away because we need to go talk to this guy alone, right? That's what it said.
can we leave without people?
Yeah. Sometimes the game forces people on you, but no, I think only during like story-heavy moments. The game giveth and the game taketh away. Like when it took Zelbar away.
Our favorite walking rug.
That rug needs some steam cleaning, though, to be fair.
Yeah, but he won't necessarily let us do it, though.
No.
He kind of likes being dirty.
We should have brought him with us when we went to the Sith base, so that when we walked through the steam room that was there, it, you know, helped a little. I'm just gonna bring Carth. I'm gonna bring Carth and nobody else.
I'm kind of thinking about it. It's like, even if we had him steamed, wouldn't the smell be really bad?
I don't know.
What does a wet Wookiee smell like?
Probably smells like wet dog. I mean, George Lucas did base Wookiees on his dog.
And, you know, that's just, you know, a Wookiee that, you know, has a somewhat personal hygiene regimen. You know, Big Z doesn't.
Do we know that about Chewbacca? Is Chewbacca a clean boy?
I would like to think that, you know, when your whole body's covered in hair, you do kind of have some sort of personal regimen to maintain it.
You would think so.
It's the Gamorreans who do not, as a whole, have a hygiene regimen. Never even heard of it.
Gamorrean hygiene involves rolling around in a mud pen.
Wonder what it must have been like for the Gamorreans to have interstellar travelers, you know, coming to their planet and basically just taking them because they apparently make good guards.
Is this the guy? Is this weird-ass Rhodian the guy? Let's double check. Where's my... Oh, hey, look, it did get rid of all the new items. Good. That's what I wanted. See Hulis. Yeah, this is the guy. Remember
this
guy?
is the guy that... Yeah, this is the guy who kind of spoke weird.
He was high the whole time. You returned. Was our business so unfinished when we last spoke? What is it you want? Senny Vec gave me a message to see you. Senny
We
did
look
not think
really
you would
confused.
come. But I know better, Tile. It is good that you have come alone, for if you ever come with others, I will not speak to you of these things. I am Hulis of the Geno Haradan, a secret society of bounty hunters. For 1,000 generations we have existed, but always hidden beneath an impenetrable veil. Well, too. Never heard of you.
Good.
You
That's
ever
the
have.
point.
We are shadow, darkness, and light and night. We are less than a whisper or a thought. We have managed to keep our existence a secret far longer than most could ever imagine. We are Batman. If you were ever foolish enough to tell anyone about this meeting, or the Gino Haradan's existence, they would not believe you. They would probably think you are paranoid or mentally unstable, like they think of me. Not even those closest to you can know we have approached you. If you ever speak to me around any of your companions, I will not discuss the Gino Haradan. Do you understand, Tile?
Not really, but okay.
Sure, yeah, whatever. I believe you speak the truth, Tile. But remember this, if you ever betray us, the opportunity will be lost forever. Few among the galaxy who have ever heard of the Gino Haradan, they never see us, never know we are there. They do not even know we exist. Yeah, I know, I get it already. I understand that.
You're repeating yourself.
If you do not follow our rules, we will vanish, and you will be like all the others. You will never see us again. Yes, again, you've already said this. But if you swear to keep the secrets of our order, you will learn of a forbidden society, known only to a handful throughout the galaxy. Well, I've already learned about it. It's too late. You would have to kill me to keep the secret now. And guess what? I don't think that you can.
Good luck.
I will preserve the secrecy of your order. Excellent, Tile Tistra. We have hopes. I hopes for you within the guild. If you prove yourself worthy, listen closely, and I will give you a first glimpse into our secret world. We Gino Haradan are an ancient guild of elite bounty hunters. You said this already. For thousands of years, we have been hard at work through the galaxy, eliminating our targets in near total secrecy. How does anybody hire you if nobody knows you exist? In the highest corridors of power, a handful of people know we exist and how to contact us. Of course, these people are smart enough to keep this knowledge a carefully guarded secret. And on very rare occasions, when we are seeking new clients, one of our guild masters will approach a powerful political figure and offer our services when the time is ripe. What does this have to do with me? By killing Calo Nord, you have shown you have great potential. The Gino Haradan could use someone like you if you are willing, and your work for us could be of great aid to the Republic. How will killing innocent people... I want to ask kind of all of these. But let's go with the first one, because we are goody two-shoes. How will killing innocent people help the Republic? Innocent people? Our victims are far from innocent, and the Gino Haradan will only accept a contract if the target's death suits our greater goals. Goals that often match those of the Republic. The Gino Haradan have vested interest in preserving the Republic. It is the perfect cover for our work. We operate behind the scenes, manipulating events through subtle machinations. Do you think the Republic has persisted for 15,000 years by mere accident? If not for our influence, distasteful as our methods may be to some, the Republic would have collapsed long ago. We understand the bureaucracy of the Republic, but we have learned how to alter the course of political events under the existing regime. We have no wish to see the Republic fall. What's in it for me? This is a little hard to believe. That is one of the reasons our existence has remained secret for so long. Nobody wants to believe in a secret society manipulating and controlling events on a grand scale. Rumors and hints of our existence are dismissed as paranoid fantasies, but we do exist, and we have come to ask you to join us. Why? As I said earlier, your efforts here will help the Republic, and by aiding us, you will earn the right to join an exclusive organization with the power to alter the very course of galactic history. And of course, there is the simplest reason of all. The Gino Haradan reward their agents very, very well. You know what? Sure. What do I have to do? As you can imagine, joining the Gino Haradan is not a simple process. To begin, we will need proof of your loyalty and your competence. When you feel that you're ready, I will give you a task, a target who must be eliminated. Of course, you will have to come alone whenever you want to discuss it. You know what? Sure, let's do it. Killing Calo Nord is an impressive display of your skills, but there is more to the Gino Haradan than mere killing. To preserve the secrecy of our order, our agents must be discreet. You must be able to find and eliminate a target without drawing undue attention. You can never mention your assignments to others. Yes, I get it, okay? I get it. Just tell me what I'm doing. Also, you cannot ask people for information about your target. You must complete your mission using only the information I will provide. Sure. What happens if I tell someone no? I'm not. He's just gonna go into that whole spiel about, oh, everyone will think you're stupid and paranoid, and we're gonna disappear, and you'll never see us again. It's like, problem solved. But okay, who is it?
We will begin with something simple. Your first mission is to eliminate either of two targets, a Grand Slaver named Zulan Centaur or a Rhodian anti-Republic terrorist.
Terrorist. They misspelled it.
Named Lorgal.
Tell me about Zulan Centaur. Is he a horseman?
Tell me about Derek Zoolander.
Tell me about the Zoolander Centaur. He's Derek Zoolander, but the lower half of his body is a horse.
Zulan was a common intergalactic slaver who tried to kidnap the daughter of a Coruscant senator. He failed and the girl was recovered, but Zulan himself escaped. He will probably try another similar kidnapping soon. If he succeeds, he might ransom his victim in exchange for dangerous political secrets that could threaten the Republic itself. The Geno Haradan wish to eliminate him before this happens. Our latest information places Zulan on Dantooine. He often sells illicit goods to the wealthy settlers of that world. His land speeder was spotted near one of the settlers' estates on Dantooine. Zulan rarely strays far from his speeder in case he needs to make a quick escape. We should look for him there.
Okay. Lost Oak, I want you to write some of this down. Will you do this for me?
What am I writing down?
Zulan. Zoolander Centaur. He's a Gran, which are like the three-eyed guys, I believe. He's on Dantooine. He sells illicit goods, and he has a speeder near one of the settlers' estates. So either, there's only two that we can go to, so it's one of those areas.
Okay.
All right. Tell me about Lorgal.
Lorgal is a radical who wants to destroy the Republic through terrorist acts. He is responsible for over 24 bombings, leaving hundreds of civilians dead. He was recently captured and is being held prisoner in the Republic base here on Manon, awaiting transport to Coruscant for trial, and a chance to publicly voice his radical beliefs. We do not want him to give him that chance. You must find a way to kill him before he leaves for Coruscant. But you must be subtle. It must look like an accident or an unexplainable death. The Republic would be glad to get rid of Lorgal, so they won't investigate his death closely. As long as he isn't struck down by a weapon in his cell, the Geno Haradan will be satisfied.
All right, anything else? Write all that down, too. You don't need to write it down. That's probably the one we'll just look for him. Write down his name, Lorgal. Lorgal. And he's a Rhodian, as I recall. So knowing about this, let's all return when one of us is dead. If you want to do both, feel free. Yeah, do both. They said he's in the Republic base, which I know where that is. That is here, actually. Let's make a quick save. We are La Assassino.
We done it. We're an assassin now.
Oh,
an assassin.
Lorgal. Hi.
Yes, human? Have you come to sneer and jeer like the others? Come to see Lorgal, the great liberator, caged like an animal?
Liberator, you're nothing but a murderer. Kill 1 million people with a mighty star cruiser, and you're a war hero. Kill 100 with a thermal detonator, and you're a terrorist. Killed 100 with a thermal detonator? Not the ones in this game. It's hardly the same. You kill innocents.
You are obviously blind to the Republic chains shackled around your neck. You cannot see me for the hero I am. You think I am nothing but a criminal who deserves death.
True.
There are many who want me dead, including the guards in this room. But the Republic doesn't kill prisoners without a trial. That is why I am protected. The energy cage keeps me safe from blaster and blade. The Republic will keep me alive to transfer to Coruscant, and then all the galaxy will witness my trial. You cannot touch me in here, human. No conventional weapon can penetrate this cage. Nothing can stop me from spreading my manifesto during my trial.
Alright, we got better things to do.
Yes, leave me. You are a tool of the Republic. A slave who cannot even see your own chains. But do not fear. Someday I, or someone like me, will destroy the Republic and free you all.
So, this force field around him, it acts as a solid, right?
Yeah, it could be one of those, like, shock fields as well. Like, it shocks you a little bit if you touch it.
Okay, so does it stop force powers?
I don't think that we could... Well, part of the problem with that is this Republic soldier is, like, right here. And this guy is right here. I think they'll see me use the Force.
I mean, just, force push him into the force field a few times. We'll see how cocky he is when we can touch him with the invisible powers of force.
Can I bring someone in to do this? Do I have to do it myself? No, I'm gonna... Hold on. I'm gonna load the game so I don't waste that computer spike.
Meaning, can we have others with us while we perform this assassination attempt?
Yes. Can I... Well, because the best way to assassinate this guy is to use this, right? Is use a control terminal, but it requires 8 spikes. But if I bring someone who has high computer skill, then that'll cost a lot less, and that would be preferable.
Well,
so my question is, can I bring in someone in? Like, I can't talk to the guy.
It sounded like all he said is that he can't talk about it with others present. Didn't say anything else about us having to kill on our own.
Save again. All right. Well, let's see. Party selection. Our best computer person, I believe, is Mission. Is she computer or security? Actually, I think she's security. I think
she's security.
I think HK might be the best computer guy that we have. I mean, HK isn't gonna mind.
Ready.
HK is just happy to get out of the ship and kill someone. Oh yeah, he has 10 computer use, and you know what? He has 12 computer use. Accept. Thank you. Ready! Oh god, I forgot he moves so slow because he has heavy armor on. I might have to downgrade his armor. I know I spent like $2,000 on that armor, but I think that I might have to do... I think he's heavy because, I don't know if maybe his strength is too low or something, or his con? Does it say, like, what is necessary for this? It doesn't say. I might look it up. Guys, can I look it up real quick? I'm gonna look it up. HK-47 moving slowly. I just want to see... I know that it's the armor, but I want to see if there's anything we can do to, like, mitigate it. It's a base game issue. I can use a mod.
Oh, he just does. That's just something
it's just
that
a
happens.
bug. It's just a bug. There's a bug in the game that in some instances causes negative effects such as slow to be applied to party members semi-permanently with no practical in-game way to remove them. Guys, I might do that. I'm not going to do that right now because we're not going to use HK right now, but I'm probably going to add that for next week. For now, it doesn't matter because we're right here. It doesn't matter. So, all right, so that's the computer. See, look, it goes from 8 to 3 with HK. Like, I'm imagining Tile just called HK in, and HK was like, ready! And Tile was like, hey, HK, can you assassinate this guy? And HK was like, absolutely!
I feel like in that context, the spike requirement should shoot down to the minimum.
Yeah, we're gonna do this. Success! Termination sequence set to engage in 10 seconds. And he's dead. I got dark side points.
We don't even get to see him suffer.
How many dark side points did I get? And also, did HK get the dark side points, or did I get the dark side points?
What?
Well, if HK got those points, how would we know? Because
I don't know. How many dark side points does that give me?
Because if we look at his profile...
Hold on. KOTOR, Gino Haradan, dark side points. I just want to know... Let's see. I mean, the things that people are saying definitely make sense. I just want to see what people's like opinions are on it. So people are saying, and I agree, that BioWare doesn't know what light side and dark side should be. BioWare thinks of light side as being lawful good, is what people are saying. And to that, I agree. I don't agree that light side is lawful good. I agree that that's what BioWare thinks light side is. And BioWare thinks dark side is just be an asshole to everyone.
To a degree, yes. But that's only one facet of the dark side. That is also still prevalent in the Old Republic. That sort of line of thinking. It's just something that they hang on to because, Mass Effect does the same thing with the Paragon Renegade system. It's the same thing.
They do talk about the gear that it gives. The gear does not seem that great. So, I don't know. I might not do this. The problem is I don't know how many points I have. I don't think that it actually says anywhere how many points you have, unless it, like, pops up if I hover over it. No. Doesn't say. I don't know. It's if it didn't get I'm having issues getting the dark side points because I don't know how many is too many. You know? Like I don't know if I'm screwing myself if we're on a light side playthrough. So I think what I'm going to do is go back and not do it. I'm sorry guys. But we chose light side. And that's what I'm going to do. By the way, Carth back out here. Carth?
Yes, what's on your mind?
Tell me why you went reverse.
I already told you, he betrayed us all.
It just seems to be more personal, that's all.
Well, there is more to it. I'm sure you don't want to hear about it.
I asked.
It's just that I don't talk about it very much.
Okay? I know you don't.
I told you about my homeworld, Telos. 4 years ago, Saul led the Sith fleet there and demanded its surrender. The planet refused, and Saul proceeded to devastate its entire surface. Millions died. I had a
Guys, do you mind?
A wife and a son on Telos. Thought it would be safe there, but my task force arrived too late to be of much help. We didn't have enough medical supplies. The colony was burning and the dying were everywhere. I remember holding my wife and screaming for the medics, but they didn't come in time.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
Of course not. How could you? I had nothing left after that, really. I devoted myself to the fleet. Hunting Saul was my only purpose. I miss them. And I know killing Saul won't bring them back. And it won't make me happy again, but I have to do it. I don't expect you to understand, but I have to pay him back for what he's done. I have to. It's all I have left.
Okay. Tough break. What was she like, your wife? Was she like me? Do you like me?
She had courage,
Carth?
and she was...
You want to romance me?
A little bit like you in that respect. Never talked her out of anything once she put her mind to it.
He does.
She hated it when I signed back onto the fleet at the start of the war. I had planned on leaving soon to join her.
Do you like jazz?
Do you like jazz? So what happened to your son?
His name was Dustil, and I don't know what happened to him.
What a stupid
Colony
name.
was a complete ruin, and we never found any trace of him. I made inquiries and followed the reports from Telos for years, but I stopped. Anyway, that's the story, for what it's worth.
Okay. Thanks.
I've never talked about it before to anyone.
I know.
This time I finally did.
Yeah. All right.
And how do you feel?
You feel better? You feel like Bastila felt when she talked to her mom finally? Don't think of me as your mom, by the way, Carth. That would be weird. Anything else you want to talk about, Carth?
What's on your mind?
No.
You got it.
Today's stream is just trying to get all of the secondary quests going. You know what? Oh my god. Let's get Kendo out here. Kendo? You gotta level up? Kendo would do it. Kendo would kill all these people.
He absolutely would. Him and HK would get along swimmingly.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't. I mean, they're in the same room. They're hanging out in the same room constantly, but they don't talk to each other. Probably this. Probably this. Just bonus to all throws. Sure. Kendo, you got anything else to say?
Yeah, what do you want?
That.
Got any more war stories? Got any more of them war stories?
I think I'll tell you a bit about the recent war we had with the Republic.
Sure.
That might be more familiar to you. The one where Jedi Revan beat my people. We started by conquering worlds outside the Republic. We did it quietly so the Republic wouldn't really know what was going on until it was too late. When we finally did hit the Republic worlds, they had no idea we were coming. We came in through 3 invasion corridors in adjacent sectors. Anyone who put up a fight, or wouldn't fight, was crushed. We raised whole worlds trying to provoke the Republic into fighting us. I don't particularly enjoy wiping out worlds for its own sake, but the cowardly tactics the Republic defenders used left us little choice.
Cowardly?
What do you mean?
Hiding in the homes of civilians, using families as shields, thinking we would not use appropriate force on their bases inside major cities. They underestimated our resolve, and what measures are acceptable in war. Those who cannot defend themselves should not be around those who can in battle. If annihilating a city is the kind of power it takes to overwhelm a Republic shield device, then that's what we did. Necessary force to destroy all opposition.
That's my kind of warfare. You could have found another way.
I have no time or patience for cowards. They deserve to be hunted down and exterminated like vermin. There was no honor in wiping them out like rats. But some of your forces did redeem the Republic in our eyes. Especially later.
How?
Later, when Revan had joined the war. But we'll get back to that. We've wasted too much time already. Is there something else you want to know?
I mean, we don't gotta do nothing right now. We're just kind of dicking around if you want to keep going, but...
Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
Okay.
Or violently.
See if anything happens in the docking bay. Probably not yet, though. We're probably not quite there with Carth. Or Kando. I'm guessing next conversation with Kando will be it. Like, oh. Hi.
Carth! Carth Onesi, is that you?
Jordo?
It is you, isn't it? I knew it when I laid eyes on you. You old space dog. How've you been? I thought for sure you'd be fighting on some ship out there.
I was. I crashed.
That's pretty rich. I can't imagine what it would take to keep you on the ground. Must
Phil?
have something to do with your pretty
Phil
friend
Connors?
here, eh?
Is that you?
How do you do, miss?
You're a friend of Carth's?
Sure am. We joined the militia together back on Telos. That was a lot of years ago, of course.
So what are you doing here, Jordo? Last time I saw you was on, well, Telos, actually.
Yeah, it's a shame about home. Telos still hasn't recovered. The family and I moved on, and I'm working for Zerka now. I didn't see you after... what I mean is, my condolences on your wife. I heard what happened. At least your boy made it through all right.
My boy? You mean Dustle?
Yes, of course.
Oh, yeah.
I saw him at my last stop on Korriban, though he didn't recognize me. You didn't know he was there?
No. Jordo, Dustle's been missing since the attack on Telos. Are you absolutely certain it was him?
Yeah, I'd recognize Dustle anywhere. Positive. He's joined the Sith, Carth.
What do you mean he's joined the Sith?
There's an academy for the Sith.
I mean, he
on
joined the
Korriban.
Sith army. What about that are you confused about?
So I'm suited up in their outfit and everything. Sorry, I thought you knew.
No, I didn't.
I don't know a
Thanks
lot
for
of
telling me,
things.
Sure, no problem. Good to see you again, Carth. Hope everything works out with Dustle.
Dustle is alive. We have to go to the Korriban Academy and find him.
Are you sure that's wise?
I don't know. I don't know why Dustle would be with the Sith, but I have to find out. There's simply no choice. All this time I thought he was... I mean, he must be a man by now.
Alright, we'll go find your kid. You know that he probably joined the Sith because you named him Dustle, right? Just saying. You could have named him anything else. You chose Dustle. Save. Just in case. For some reason I got paranoid that we might be a crash. There's not, though. There's not. Galaxy map. We're going next to Yavin. Again. For reasons. For reasons, we're going back here because we got a star map. Apparently, the thing that happens here happens when we get star maps. It's like a continuing story of some kind. Don't know what. Don't know what the story is. We'll find out. You know, like I said, we're trying to do as much of the content as we can. Light side allowing. Because we're not going to do the assassinations. Listen, you want to see Jedi assassinating people? Play like any other game. Play Jedi Survivor or Fallen Orders. Play the Jedi Knight games. Play the Starkiller games. Starkiller doesn't really assassinate people as much as just slaughter whole regiments of stormtroopers. Or play this game yourself. And beat Darkseid. Oh, suck. Alright, we're gonna bring Carth again, and we're gonna bring Kando again. Although I don't think anything like happens on Yavin. I don't think we can trigger any of the side stuff to happen on Yavin. It's not that kind of planet, kid.
We're not even on a planet.
It's true. My God, Kizka greeting us at the door. Hi. I was wondering when you want to talk again. What brings you here this time? Questions? Tell me about, yourself? I'm nobody. I've been in the system for over 50 years. I didn't think you were that old. I just sit around all day and tinker with this and that, trying out a few of my ideas. Okay, you're an inventor? Maybe a little. I just tinker with stuff I found lying around the ruins. Or that the Trandoshans or smugglers bring me. Of course, with them, it's usually weapons and things. I just have so many ideas that people haven't seemed to come up with yet. It really is quite astonishing. Okay. There's stuff on Yavin 4? Eh? Well, there's the old ruins from Exar Kun's war on the moon, but I've been here for over 50 years, and I can tell you it's been picked pretty clean by now. If I haven't found it, it's not there. All that's left is rubble.
Barney?
Have you found anything useful? Hey, Fred. Some things I'm still tinkering with, trying to get them working. Mostly I modify some of the things that the Trandoshans and smugglers bring me and make them work better. What kind of things do you work on? All kinds. I feel like we've actually talked about this before, but, you know, I'm trying to do something new. Scavenged what I could from the ruins. Okay, found anything useful? I just want that to get to the selling. Here, have a look. Jedi Knight Robe, Dark Jedi Knight Robe, Light Exoskeleton. It's light armor. Defense 6, which is actually pretty good. Better than what I currently have. It's upgradable as well. This might be like the best kind of light armor there is. Except for this. Actually, this is only 6,000. This gives stealth +4, but this gives dex and strength +1. And also this has less dexterity. Interesting. So the exoskeleton I think would still be the best in terms of like if you just want stats. I still find it funny that the light battle armor is armor proficiency medium.
It's light for battle armor.
A droid shield. This might actually be worth getting for HK. It's $4,000 though. I mean, ideally we really only have to buy one of these, right? One light exoskeleton, because if we take, because we're never going to take two people with light armor, right? Like, we're never going to take Carth and Mission.
Are you going to keep in mind to have to switch out their gear every time?
Yeah, it's just the armor, though. Because those are the only people who use light armor, as far as I recall. Because all the Jedi don't use any armor; they use Jedi robes. The droids use droid armor. Kando uses heavy armor, and the Wookiee uses no armor.
The dirt is his armor.
So it might be worth to get this. And I can upgrade it too, so it's going to even be even better than 6. It can probably be like 7 or 8. Right, we'll buy it. What I mean, we're not using our money for anything else. And then I don't really have much in the way of good weapons. I mean, this might be good for HK, but do they not have any like heavy weapons? Still looking for like a heavy like Gatling gun or something for Kando, but I have yet to see one. The only other thing that I would consider getting is this droid shield. So this is basically the as far as I can tell, this is like the the shield, like the energy shield that you wear on your bracer that everybody has.
Yeah.
Except those are consumed. Those are 5-time use each. And the droid can wear them, but this is an unlimited use. Though this is like the same thing, but like better, or this is the same thing, but we never have to replace it. We can use it all the time. Of course, the issue with that is we have to remember to use it all the time. I can sell stuff here too. Let's sell stuff. If we have anything to sell. We can sell this. We can sell these Dark Jedi Knight robe. Sell both of them. I don't care. We're not using them. We can sell this, yeah. Probably sell the Davix warsuit too. I mean, we're not using it. Nobody on our team uses medium even. So I think I'll just sell it. Heavy combat suit. And the heavy combat suit, by the way, is armor proficiency light. I don't understand.
It's just made of really light plasteel.
Military suit we can get rid of. I'm just gonna start getting rid of this crap. Mando heavy armor, I think, is what he uses, isn't it? Is he wearing that? What is he wearing? Oh, he's using Calo Nord's armor, which I think is better. It's upgradable too. I'd love to give him Mando armor, but
ready.
I'm here.
It's not as good. It's just simply not as good.
Inferior Mandalorian armor.
I think Calo Nord's armor is Mandalorian. I think it's like modified Mando armor. Regular Viper Braid. We don't need Viper Braid. This might be better than what Zalbar has right now, so I'm not gonna... mess with that. We can get rid of this. Get rid of both of these. We're not using short blades. Keep the crystals for now. Oh, we do have a Gatling gun. Probably give that to Kando. We'll look at it in a minute. Do we have any crappy grenades?
Oh, thermal detonators?
I have a couple of thermal detonators. I have 3 thermal detonators. I haven't used them. get rid of this for 0 money. Don't know why I would. But I can probably get rid of most of these battle stimulants. These are just potions that I, like, never use. Average mines. I can get rid of droid light plating. I can get rid of medium plating. Alright, well, we're back up to 17,000. That's not bad. Let's, Is there a workbench in here? Do you have a workbench, Mr. Workbench person? You don't, do you? I have to go back to the ship for that, don't I? Alright, well. Anything else you want to talk about? You have Gizga. Smugglers. Alright, I'll be leaving now. Alright. Off I go. Gizga's getting out. Do not let that into the ship. Kando, kill it if it approaches the ship with your grenade launcher. Please. Alright, we'll get this light armor set up. We'll give it to someone. Probably mission. I gotta give it to the Carth, though. Exoskeleton. Look at that. Defense bonus 8. Strength plus 2 as well. So, yeah. Great. Oh, Juhani actually has armored robes. Interesting. Where do I get those? I'd love to get some of those. I could wear that too, because I am a Jedi Guardian. Can I just steal it from her? You know what? I'm gonna look it up. Jedi armored robes. Armored Jedi. Does it matter? Are Jedi robes worth using?
Are they? We must know.
Jedi robe, Dark Jedi robe. It doesn't even mention Jedi armored robes. This is KOTOR 1, right? Yeah. No, didn't even mention the armor robes. So I guess we just didn't get it. We might be able to take it from Juhani, but nah, I'm okay. I want to wear Obi-Wan's robes, where he has like clone trooper armor, like under his robe.
Yeah. I think that was special issue.
Okay, that's fine. Republic mod armor. Who's wearing Republic mod armor? It's light, so I'm going to assume this is mission. Oh no, this is Carth's armor. This might be mission's armor. Mission, you're about to get a light exoskeleton. She's gonna go from 7 to 8. But that's fine, because she gets dexterity and strength, so that's fine. Carth, I think, is gonna get your old armor. Because it's better. And you... Oh yeah, we didn't actually get that. That's fine. Oh yeah, Kando. Kando So... Oh, you do have a repeating blaster on. I thought... No, you know what it is? We were looking for a grenade launcher, not a repeating blaster. And I didn't find one yet. That's what it was. We already have the blaster. We were looking for a grenade launcher. Have I upgraded this? Yes, I have. Alright, and then, Zelbar. Ooh. That's really good. It's a lot better. Okay, this is upgradable. Let's see if he needs upgrades. That's upgraded. That one isn't upgraded. All right, we're good. Kander?
Yeah, what do you want?
Tell me more about the Mandalorian Wars.
We fought against the Republic forces for some time, over the course of many battles. At the start, they were not much of a threat to speak of. But once the Jedi Revan took charge, things began to turn against us. The Republic fleets began to use more than just basic tactics. Feints, counterattacks, mass deceptions. Revan was a genius on the field. Revan abandoned worlds of their defenders so that others would be too fortified to strike, and was willing to make sacrifices in order to advance goals. And in the end, Revan proved too much for us.
What about the Sith?
The Sith had gone, retreated into their empire. They sealed themselves off from the rest of the galaxy. We thought it would be centuries before they'd come back. It's amazing that they could rebuild their fleet so fast. But at the time, it looked like the galaxy was in our grasp. I still remember that final battle in the skies above Malachor 5. The two fleets filling the space around it, outshining the stars.
What happened?
It was not your ships, or your men, or your vaunted fight for freedom that won this, the final battle of the war. It was by the actions of one person, the Jedi Revan, that you prevailed. His strategies and tactics defeated the best of us. Even Mandalore himself was taken aback by the ferocity of his attacks, the tenacity of his defenses, and the subtleties of his plans. He fought us to a standstill, and then began pushing back. We really didn't have a chance.
Why didn't you retreat?
It was what we had wanted all along, in a way. We wanted to fight the best, in a battle that would be remembered for centuries. And we did. And Revan won. I don't hold a grudge against Revan, and neither do any of my people. It was the greatest moment of my life to be in that battle. If Revan had been a Mandalorian, nothing in the galaxy would have stopped us. But wishing for the past to be different is useless. Better look to the future, as we should now. We'll talk more later, I think. Is there something else you want to know?
Is there something else?
Your choice.
Alright, whatever. You're here. I don't care. I know, I wish we could do more HK stuff, but... I mean, unless we cheat. Which is still on the table, I could still do it. Just give myself temporary repair skill to simulate the Wookiee doing it, which I don't know why the Wookiee can't do it. Guess his hands are a little full right now. Juhani, you got something to say?
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan?
You want to talk?
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
Why is it you outrank us, and yet, you're listening to me? I think Juhani's an actual knight, isn't she? Tell me more about your past.
I suppose I have not talked very much about the Jedi I met back home. They, all of them, were so very invigorating.
Invigorating?
They were so very alive, so full of hope and energy and zeal. In retrospect, I can see it was a little bit tragic.
What do you mean?
Those Jedi were going to fight the Mandalorians just after they had invaded. Many of those Jedi perished in the fighting, but to us, they seemed invincible. Especially their leader, who they talked about all the time. Paragons of light and justice, sweeping away all iniquity before them. It was like looking at gods.
Uh-huh. Well, I do look divine. The Jedi aren't gods.
I know that. I was using poetic license. But those Jedi, they were enthralling. Everyone wanted just to touch them. Some people thought it would bring them luck. Not that the peace they brought lasted very long.
What happened?
The Jedi left. The people grew complacent. Those who had been wronged saw their chance at revenge. And so the cycle continues. The oppressed become the new generation of oppressors. The human oppressed, that is. The non-humans were never treated well in any case. We felt the brunt of both administrations.
Was it that bad?
Of course it was.
Oh.
They took their frustrations and hate out on us because the people they wanted had already fled or were too well protected. But no one looks out for the injustices we suffered. Oh no, but I am sorry. I should not have outbursts like that.
As long as you don't let your anger influence you, because again, I'm supposed to be. She's supposed to be light side.
Something dark side.
The very fact I mentioned it means it has its influence. Anger can lead to the dark side, and I must be ever careful that I do not fall back into those ways. I thank you for your support. My outburst was uncalled for, but you did not lash back at me. You are a much better Jedi than I, it would seem. But let us not speak more of this now. We should continue on our journey. Perhaps later we will talk again.
It's okay for a Jedi to have pride, right? They can be a prideful Jedi. I say anger is bad, but they didn't say anything about pride. I don't really want to go to Korriban until I make sure that we have Carth's thing go. Oh, wait, no, we already Carth. We don't want to Korriban until we make sure that we have Kendo's thing going. Kendo's the only one who's not, you know, set up yet. Bastila's done. HK we can't really do. I don't think HK is as much of a quest as it is like just to find out more about HK.
Yeah.
Missions is done. Zalbar's is done, but Zalbar's is part of the main story.
Yeah, his is just kind of tied into what we're doing anyway.
Juhani has one, but we're not there with Juhani yet, but that's okay. I don't mind. Carth's is set up now. We're set up with Carth. Just to go to Korriban, which we will, I think, be going tonight. We're going to spend 2 hours faffing. Trust me. So I think the only one... Jolie, I don't think, has anything. I think Jolie is just Jolie. So I think the only one we're missing is Kendo.
You know the electronics beeping and booping when we're ever in the cockpit sounds so much actually like the bridge of the Enterprise.
Does. It sounds a lot like it. Head warp factor 5, Mr. Sulu. When someone says Star Trek, what do you think of? Do you think Next Gen? Do you think original series? Do you think DS9?
Next Generation.
I think me too. Even though I just said something about original series. Sharina, who the hell are you?
Hello there. It's you. I remember you. You're the one that gave me the credits to leave Tatooine.
Yeah, I've seen
and
you.
And you came in here?
I'll never forget your face. Thank you so much for what you did.
I've seen
here
you.
on Dantooine.
Speaking of Next Gen. Serena, wasn't it? What will you do here?
Well, I may be able to get hired as a servant for one of the influential families here. I haven't yet, but I'm sure I will. At least there's hope here. Tatooine was just dying, all of it.
Tatooine has been dead for thousands of years. Tatooine is a dead planet. People keep going there. I don't know why. Where are your children?
I found a small apartment for now. They're resting.
There's apartments
now.
here?
They're still getting used to their new surroundings.
Somewhere.
Once I'm working, I'll see about getting them into school. There are opportunities here they would have never had on Tatooine.
Alright. Glad I could help.
Thank you. I won't trouble you anymore, but thank you.
Better not.